Before there was TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or any social media channel for that matter, she'd found the formula for going viral. The outfits, the hair, even the skin color would cause controversy. What's the story beyond the headlines? My guest is Carlene the Dancehall Queen Smith. I'm Archibald Gordon. So when we ended the show last week, we were talking about your emergence into the dancehall space and creating quite a stir, the outfits, the hair, and eventually the dancing as well, the performing in the actual space. But the name Dancehall Queen comes from a clash that occurred. And I want to talk a little bit about the clash. Tell us how the clash emerged.
So I met Andrew Williams, who owned Cactus nightclub at the time, and he invited me to come and watch a show. When I got there, it was all the top models and 10 people in the room. So I sat there and I said, this is my opportunity. I was not living in Jamaica at the time. I was going back and forth. And so he said, so-and-so. And I said, listen, I have a proposal. Never had nothing. Just was coming to me. And I said, I would love to have 4 of my girls clash for Uptown girls. And he says, what? So yeah. Dancehall versus Uptown. And, you know, he says he's going to speak to, at the time, I think it was she was a minister, Bobsy Grange, who was so-and-so, and Latanya Steins, and he came back. That's the choreographer. Yes, he came back and said, oh, it sounds good, so-and-so. So I said, I have the 4 girls, this is what I want. XY, he says, no. What? I said, all right, if the show turns and works out, you pay me. If it doesn't work out, I'll walk away. He says, oh, so I have nothing to lose. I said, yeah, I told you that. So I'm now trying to get the other 3 girls. Because I have nobody. I'm just lying because I want to.
You're making all of this up.
Yes, I want to be in this space so bad that I saw the opportunity. So I went to Pinky, Sharon, and Lana, and I said, Guy, they said no.
And Pinky is your sister, by the way, who was already in the dancehall space.
But in the space, not on stage. So they said no. And I'm like, so I offered them money. I said, listen, this is what you're going to get paid, $4,000 at the time, which the deal with the man was $2,000. But I'm trying to get them, you know, to agree. And they said, well, so why you didn't say that? So we said, okay. So, you know, the dancehall has a way where it clashes. So we're fighting over a man. And at the time, the song, Wife, Me, What a Wife, Me Come First, Made a Man First Choice, whatever the song is. So we're going to have the clash of Uptown with the dancehall. In that clash, the first ever one, April 12, 1992, had Erica Carr, and she was a Miss Jamaica World. And everybody was like, no, Lantoinette Stars looked and just chose me to be, because what we were doing, you were walking with each girl. You know, one Uptown, one dancehall, one Uptown. And she paired me with Erica Carr. Although it was my idea, she knew nothing of me. Anyways, the clash started, and when we got to Cactus, they were turning back people. The club was rammed. Now, I have 3 girls inside there that's totally drunk because they've never done this before. And I'm thinking, how am I going to manage this? Roger Rodney, who used to sew for me, he was with us, and the 2 of us trying to keep the story together. Anyways, this clash started, and they would have, and each time I would walk up, because remember, the crowd knew Erica Carr. They don't know me. And I had to present to outdo her. Remember, this is a perfect body woman, you know, all over the place. And they had a swimsuit section that I crawled onto the stage, and Cactus went AY. And then I stood up, and I had on a mesh bathing suit with just things covering the right parts. And when I backed off the coat, the thing that was covering me, it was the end of the show. The place went wild. So Francois was the MC.
This is Francois Saint-Just, by the way.
Yes, it was, yes. He started to say, who won? The crowd kept saying, I won. So the show came on, the second show, because now the man was what came through.
They decided that they want to have a series, not just one show.
A tour. So it was Ocherios, Montego Bay, I think, somewhere else, and then Kingston, Oceana Hotel. At this time, when we got to Kingston, every media house, every press, every newspaper started here. There's some girls tearing up the place, and they pulled Erica's car from the show because who dare this unknown person is, clashing and winning. Francois said to me, what so-and-so? And I said, well, she's a Miss Beauty Queen, so I am Dancehall Queen. So say the Dancehall Queen, ask, is it the Dancehall Queen or is it the Beauty Queen? And the people kept saying, it's the Dancehall Queen. So that's how I started that word. Because, in dancehall, you'd never put the word queen to any female in dancehall. It just never happened. So then we went to Oceana Hotel, and this is when all media of honor is going to break loose. There are 2 segments in the show that's really, X-rated, and it's the dancehall wear and the swimwear. So one of the girls in my segment.
So the dancehall is skimpier than the swimwear?
Not necessarily. The dancehall is sexier, but it has more. So, we'd have the boots, we'd have the jewelry. In the swimwear, it's just the swimwear, however you want to present it. Mm-hmm. And she forgot her undergarment, and they ran with that. Then they chose the part of the swimsuit section with me just having the things on, and they ran with that. This is what this show is about. Not that there was 5 other areas that we had sportswear, evening wear, and so it started to draw attention. What?
So, and when you say they ran with this, you mean these were the pictures?
Yes.
That were in the media.
Pictures and words like, this is horrible, this distasteful, this. All the negative things and more. And so everybody now wanted to know, what is this? So the pictures, the bleep out stuff, although it's a picture. And everybody was like, why? I want to see. So now everybody's calling us. No, but before that, we had Murder, She Wrote music video audition. And we went dressed, ready for the part, not knowing if we're going to get it. And the lady, Trish Farrell from Alan Mango at the time, saw us because of how we looked and tell us to come into the audition.
They just picked you out.
She just chose us.
You're getting all of the attention that you say you want, but yes, it comes with a lot of criticism at the same time.
Yes,
One about the skimpy outfit. So you're in the media, you're in this sort of public space, and people are talking about this.
Talking down about this.
Exactly. So how are you dealing with that?
Let me tell you one of the things when I had an interview with Rest Her Soul, Barbara Gluten, said, we want one of the downtown girls to talk about, because this is this. And I'm like, downtown girls? So somebody called and said, Barbara Gluten, she was one of the top.
On Hotline at the time.
Yes, talking about you guys. I said, what? So we turned on the radio, and I'm like, no, that didn't happen. Anyways, I called in, and the producer said, I want to talk to one of the downtown girls. And I said, no, it's not downtown, it's dancehall. And she said, okay, I want to talk to one of the dancehall girls. So I said, this is one. She said, no, man, I want to talk to one that perform in the thing. And I kept saying, I am Carlene. She says, you are the brown one? I said, yes. She was like a stun, like, all right, we don't use explicit on the show. I said, I don't speak like that. So again, anyways, Barbara came on and she started. So the first thing I addressed, the Star used to have a pinup girl that was totally topless in the center page. Nobody knew who she was and made a big deal. Well, I did. I made that Star girl was removed, whichever one it was. They used to put a she only had on like a bottom in the Star. I've never heard anybody complain about it. I've never heard anybody say, but there's a topless girl in the Star. And I made a big deal to compare myself.
And that's not the only thing you talked about in the interview and as you address the criticism. And I want to move on to 2 other areas of criticism, but we have to take the break. So we're going to take the break. On Profile, my guest is Carlene, the dancehall Queen Smith. We're back with you right after these messages.